Mic check. Oh my god.
You're gonna have to shout really loud.
Mic check.
Check?
Mic check.
Check? I think it's Dr. Black.
Burrito. Burrito birds, dude. Alright, check mic. Monday, mic check. Monday. Monday. The lens cap on the camera. I think this is the end of the song. Oh no, this is the breakdown. Alright, screw it. Breakdown is over. What's up, everybody? It's Monday the 25th of
April.
I want to say April. I want to, but I don't want to. So I'm not gonna. 2020 tiered. 2020 tiered. That's the year of our Lord this year. How you doing? We don't have a lot of people here watching today, so hit that like button because it's on fire. Yeah. Anyhow, we got some news on the front. We got some stuff to talk about today. We got some things going on. Things are in the works. There's a bunch of clanging and banging in the background. If you hear that noise, don't worry about it. It's either your transmission or people moving stuff in the background of the live stream that's happening right now. Needless to say, we are, Vicky and I, not our guest co-host today. Vicky and I are gearing up to move. We're going to move. We're going to move the F out of this house. We have a big, large F. We have a huge 7-foot F. Real to size. We're going to move it right out of this house. You know what I'm talking about. Today we, as of last week, we are actually under contract to purchase a single family dwelling unit zone R2 or something. I forget what our zoning district is. I'll find out once I move there, once it matters. We are moving to not the house that we wanted to move to, but a different option house that we managed to argue with the other people that we would pay more money than they would pay, and we'd fight them in the street covered in olive oil. You know, the typical way you buy a house in 2022 is lots of Greco-Roman wrestling and money. All the money. Take all the money, throw it right into a big, what do you call those things? An oil drum with the fire burning in it, with the hobos standing around it, and heat yourself by burning cash. That's how it works in 2022. Thank you to the, whatever. Thank you to whatever the stupidity is of not building enough homes over the last 25 years. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Chief. Thanks to all the general contractors out there, all you GCs standing around looking at forms, wearing your hard hat backwards. We get it, man. You don't want to build house units because it costs you money at the end of the year, realistically. You could do less work and make more money. We know what it's all about, right? That's how we do. Chirish says, congratulations. Hopefully the bloodshed was minimal. Well, I mean, at minimum, we've lost $25,000 into the ether. Poof. So the bloodshed feels real. It feels real. It feels visceral. It's coming at us in a visceral way. That was brutal. Right now we're waiting on the appraisal. We shall find out what happens with the appraisal, and then if the bank can justify our loan. What happened? What was that? What happened?
Knock on wood, man.
Ghosts. Okay. God, I thought it was a ghost or something. Anyhow, so we're waiting on the appraisal. We'll find out what happens with that. Either way, we're just moving. You know, it's two options now. Option A, move to a house. Option B, living on the road. Becoming road doggies and just living on the road, driving around, singing songs, you know? How's that song go? Lord, I was born a rambling man, living and dying and doing the best I can. When it comes next, what comes next?
I don't know. I don't know the next line.
When it comes to evening, I hope you'll understand. Right? Something like that? I don't know. Rambling man. Words. Let's not get a copyright strike. You know how it is. I'm that good that they will think that's the original recording, right?
Oh, for sure.
They're
Totally.
like, dude, this guy's a singer with a G.
Yes.
Yeah, like the sewing machine. You know?
Yes.
Hot. Sewing
Yeah.
machines are hot, bro. That's how it
So
goes.
hot right now.
Yeah, so we're doing all that stuff. We're doing all the things. We're doing what we can and blah blah blah. And we're gonna move, and then we're not gonna live here anymore, and then we're gonna move to another place. Okay, bringing on our co-host to talk about our topics of the day. We got the fish room, the guppy breeding, and where do I keep my chickens? That is the title of today's stream. Which we got to get down to these things. The brass tacks, as it were. The tacks are made of brass. So we shall bring on Alyssa Bentley to the show. I didn't even check if your camera was framed up, but at least you're in the middle. Look at that. Look at that. It's so money, and you didn't even know it. You didn't even know it. I'm changing the color of your name. Hold on.
I did flip the camera cap up so that we could see me.
I mean, you know, it's a thing.
Yeah.
What do you want? Yellow name today?
Ooh.
Blue? Blue? Light blue?
Give me some purple.
Perp? You want the perp?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Perp. Perp name.
Nice.
The perpetrator at large. Alyssa Bentley is one of our fish fam friends. You bozos out there. She's not my wife. My wife's upstairs doing, I don't know what she's doing right now.
Organizing.
Or organizing. That's what she do, you know? And working. And probably jazzercising also. Who knows? I don't know what she's up to. All the sizing.
Hey, man, got to keep active.
Workicizing, jazzicizing, organizing, you know, all those things. She's keeping it hot. She's keeping it fresh. She's upstairs. She's locking it down. You know how it is. Anyhow, Alyssa's here. She's one of our fish fam friends. Very smart, intelligent, especially when it comes to all things worldly. But one of those things could be breeding plecos, breeding shrimps. I wouldn't say you're a shrimp breeding expert, but you're good at it as far as the neos go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And Malawa shrimp.
And she's breaking down some guppies, which is always good times.
Yeah.
Always good times, amongst other fish. But whatever, you can't put them all in the title. It's stupid.
Right.
Then the other part of the title here has to do with where do I keep my chickens? Where am I going to keep them? I have no idea where I'm going to keep these chickens. We have a gap. You know how there's there's those college age kids. They're getting ready to go to college, and they're like, I got a gap year, which is just a stupid excuse to go like
go and see the world for a year.
because it's like rich kids. It's rich kid stuff. They're like, Dad's gonna give me lots of money. I'm gonna go to Europe for a year.
Make some networking connections and
networking,
travel around and
networking, make some connections,
which is actually really smart for people who can manage that financially.
It's who you know. It's not what you know.
Right.
Because
you could be super, super smart, but if you aren't like popular and whatever, you're not going to get anywhere.
I think if there was an example of it's not what you know, it's who you know, it would be to become a member today on the YouTube channel that you're watching right now. Become a member today. Do it. I posted it in the chat for the people out there. Become a YouTube member today, and you'll get to know our people in the community.
Yes.
See? It's who you know.
Yeah.
You butt. Can you financially afford it? I don't know. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. It has been brought to my attention that people want me to make more edited content. In fact, somebody had posted on a video from 4 years ago the other day. You know, I'm a bit late to the party here, but where's all the new videos? And I was like, you're a bit late to the party, Chief, Sport.
At least he acknowledged it.
I'm not going to read the actual comment because the username was offensive to me. Had to do with G-Bus.
Oh.
And I was like, ugh. We don't need more of that in this world. We don't need more.
Going around.
We need to shrink that.
On
we
a
need
bus.
to shrink that situation. Anyhow.
Talking about Jeep.
And I was like, you know, it's impossible to try and explain this in a comment. And I was like, maybe I should make a copy and paste comment that I could explain to people like, hey, you have a job, right? You have to go to work because you got to pay bills. I have a job too, and I got to go to it, and I work hard, and then I get tired, and then I gotta do other work, right? And then I get tired from that, and then I go like, my back hurts. My back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, my butt, right? And I just do the old guy thing, you know. My neck, you know, my neck, my back, my butt crack, right? Is that how that goes?
Gee, that's
I
kind
think
of.
the youngsters are always complaining about that one though. Anyhow, so I go to work, and I would love to be making content full time. I can't displace my work hours with YouTube at this point, other than doing the live streams right now is a sort of a 4-hour window on Mondays and Fridays where I can like get ready for the live stream, do the live stream for a couple hours, and then have the time after to get everything kind of sorted out. That's basically all I have right now, and I wish I had more time to work on YouTube. Hopefully this move will help with that. Although I am suspicious that I might just be booked a lot more now. I'll be moving to an area where there's more Cheers-like sentiment in the air. You know, it's like, do you want to go where everybody knows your name? Do-do-do-do-do-do. And Sam Malone is at the bar with his shirt unbuttoned. Right?
Just
Isn't
like
that how
two.
that song goes? It's like, he got a button and he's unbuttoned his shirt. Right? Sam Malone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they ask him in one of the Cheers why his shirt was unbuttoned? Because the top one's undone, normal, but the one down here is undone. And they ask him, why is this one always undone? And so he could scratch his belly.
But we want a pitcher, not a belly itcher.
That's right. Not a scratcher.
Yeah.
Not a belly scratcher. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's always like trying to explain that, but then nobody cares. No one cares. No. Right? Except for we have like 138 patrons. Thank you very much. My salute to you guys. And 79. We had 80 YouTube members, but we went down. We went down to 79, guys.
We're just never going to stay in that nice.
We increase, decrease.
Yeah.
You know? We go up, we go down.
It's like a yo-yo.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully neighbors are offering muffins and cookies instead of parties and fireworks. Yeah, it would be nice. Mm-hmm. It would be nice. I was going to say I think we're further away from neighbors at the new house, but not too much. Not much.
Maybe. I don't know. How big is your property?
They're definitely like more established neighbors.
Oh, okay.
The property's not that big. We're doing the best we can here, guys.
Oh, okay. No 6-acre farmsteads.
No. Yeah, I have to keep working for that, hopefully, someday. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to die complaining about my back. Or whatever.
Your back.
Or my
yard.
Or my neck. Who sings that song?
Yeah.
Neck, back, ass, crack, right? Isn't that song?
It's my neck, my back, like my kitty, and my back.
Kia? Is that who sings it? Kia?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I didn't realize. That's even more graphic than I was saying.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Oh. It's far more graphic
over here going,
than I thought.
Yeah, okay.
Super graphic. I mean, I don't know. I mean, hey, man, why not? I don't know. It's 21st century. People can lick all parts of themselves if they want. Mm-hmm. Some people out there are really flexible, and they don't even need someone else. They don't even need to give out directions, you know? Like human cats, right? Does that exist? Or did I just have like a weird fever dream one time that like
you may have just had a weird fever dream, but also I'm sure there's some contortionists that can do some very interesting
I've seen some
things.
Weird stuff. Like I went to that Cirque du Soleil and I realized like, man, these people are like human. They're like a human balloon knot. You know?
Uh-huh.
Wild. You guys, it's wild. Oh, I'm getting old. Cirque du Soleil.
Yep.
There was the clown, and a juggler, and a fire person. What do you call that? What if you doing the poi? Spinning the poi
the spinner,
around?
fire spinners,
What do you call that? Is there a name for that?
fire spinners.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, the naming convention around so many things is just
That's what my
it's lacking. It's lacking
my
a
friends
real.
in the fire community
It's
call
lacking a
themselves
real-
fire
It's
spinners.
lacking a real zhuzh. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
lacking. You know what I mean? It would be cool to have more identifying names for things.
Yeah.
It would be cool. There's a whole play in a movie about those human cats. That's true. Emmy Award winning, Tony Award winning. Cats. We are cats. You know, here's the thing. Like, I thought that Cats was. It'd been on Broadway for 1 billion years, by the way. The Paleolithic period is when that play started running on Broadway, right? As if I know what Broadway is. I've never been there, okay? I'm not speaking about it with some familiarity. But here's the thing. Like,
I've been to
I
New York.
saw the production of Cats when they were touring around. And I don't remember where it was, but I remember going to see it, and I just thought, wow, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. This is awful. Like, I thought it was just not good. I wasn't like, wow, these people are untalented or whatever. It was just like, this is just not good.
I've never
Did you
seen
like
it.
You haven't seen
I
it?
have never seen
You
it.
loved it.
I've never seen the
It's your favorite
movie.
thing. You love Cats. You love Cats, the play, the movie.
I like
You love it all. The pageantry.
the little four-legged fuzzy things that run around in my yard, but
You have a cat.
I have one cat.
Yeah, I don't have a cat.
I have one cat, and then there are other cats in the neighborhood that visit the yard, and they get mad if my pond is drained, and they knock over the bird feeder to get at the water instead.
Who does?
The cats.
What cats? The cats?
The cats that come into my yard that are not my cat.
What do we even know?
The cats, the specific cats, who they are.
Yeah, I don't know. It
Well,
just
there's
doesn't seem good to
the
me.
black and white cat. There's the brown cat. With
I think
the
I would probably
fur.
be more entertained by your neighborhood cats than the play.
They are pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I think I would be more so.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I could just hang around outside for a while. That would be better.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's a butterfly. Look at that. Oh my God. By the way, this weekend's weather was just so.
It was really nice.
God dang it. I
Yeah.
was gonna say damn it, but I said dang it instead.
Well,
But then I followed up explaining that I was gonna say it, so then it's probably as bad as saying it, right? Yeah, I think so. Anyhow, this weekend's weather, would if you visited Seattle, and I say Seattle because it's the landmark that you all understand, Western Washington, right? If you had visited Western Washington this last weekend, you'd be like, "Oh my God, we gotta move here, bro!"
right.
Right? You'd be like, "Huh." Oh my
And then
God.
today,
And then today, it's raining again today. It's not bad though. It's not bad. It's not bad out there.
it's not.
It's
It's
not
not
bad.
as bad as some things,
It's
but
not
in
as bad.
comparison
No, it's true. It's not snowing.
to yesterday,
It's not snowing, dude.
yesterday it
Chill.
was 70
Slow your roll.
and
It's not snowing.
gorgeous.
It's not snowing, dude. Remember, a week ago it was twas snowing.
Oh, I know.
There was hard water falling from the sky amidst freezing,
Yeah.
breezing. 'Twas breezy and freezy. It was like that Frisco freeze. You know what I'm talking about? My God, I couldn't stand it. I couldn't take it.
Yeah. It was not great. It was not my favorite thing.
But this weekend's weather was just, oh yeah, man. If you were visiting, you would have been like, let's say you were an NFL football player. Someone just died upstairs, I think. I'm not sure what just happened. Somebody fell down.
They seem to be laughing about it. I think it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah.
I don't hear any yelling or sirens yet.
Right.
If we hear the EMTs show up, we'll end the show. How about that?
Yep. We'll
Or
go up there and
we'll
help.
go remote. We don't have a long enough wire. Sorry, guys. We don't have the wires. I don't even know where my wireless mics are. I pack them into something, and yep, unsure where that went.
My phone only picks up so much as far
we
as
get
sound.
we got the Wi-Fi's.
Yeah,
We got
that's
the
good.
Wi-Fi. We could Wi-Fi.
My Wi-Fi is down at my house.
I noticed you mentioned that the other day. You're like, oh, the internet's down again. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
So they've been tearing up the roads around my house, and all of a sudden, for some reason, the internet gets cut, and then they're like, for most of Friday, and then most of Saturday, and then on Sunday it went out again, and they're like, oh, we're sending a tech out. I'm like, well, good. And then suddenly, right before I was heading out here, I was listening to something, and it just went bloop, and then the other devices that are Wi-Fi connected all went toot toot, and I was like, okay, the internet's down again.
Again.
And
Man, heads would roll.
Yeah.
Heads are.
It sucks because, Justin works
danger.
from home.
Yeah, because he works from home.
Yeah, and he's in tech, and he works from home, so he's like in meetings all day or doing test stuff all day or whatever the heck it is.
They're probably
going
to require him to get a backup signal.
Well,
he have to get a backup bat signal.
He does.
Bruce
he
Wayne
does
style?
switch over to his phone data when that happens.
Right.
So there is that, but it's still really irritating. It's like we'd rather just use the Wi-Fi.
You don't want to chew up your cell phone data.
Right.
Situation.
Right. Even if it's unlimited, it's still like they'll still throttle it.
They still throttle you once you get to a certain point. They're like, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing? You're getting all weird with your phone over here. What are you downloading?" And you're like, "Work." And they're like,
"Trying to do work."
You're gonna have to cut it out some.
Right.
Yeah. Which is it's just abysmal.
Yeah.
It's just.
I'm
what are
just
these
hoping
people doing? Just hook up the internet and make it work. That's it. That's all I demand.
And then,
but I will say the new house.
Stop running into the internet.
This is one thing. This is one thing I will not have to worry about at the new house.
Oh, good.
The new house, fiber.
Nice.
Boom. I can get 5 gig internet there if I want.
Rad.
I don't think I would ever need that, but I could. It's available. So that's a good thing.
That's awesome.
A bad thing? I just burped. This burrito is making me burp, and I'm so sorry to only Alyssa, not you guys. I'm not sorry to you guys.
You guys.
On the off chance that Alyssa gets a whiff, I'm apologizing. It doesn't smell that bad though. It just smells like beef burrito. It doesn't smell like burps. And I took a shower, so it can't be that odoriferous. I took a shower because I was like down here, like returning an email, like I was all in the dark, like email, and I was like, oh god, and I realized because I worked all weekend on the house and stuff, and I kind of was like, I don't need to take a shower. I'm just gonna put on my dirty work clothes and go back to work, and I was a stinker. I was being a little stinker, So I was like, I'm gonna go take a shower, so I don't. And I put on. Look at these clean pants. These clean pants have holes.
But they have been through the wash.
Oh my God. Wesley is on the inside. He says that Preston is in the green room. Oh my God. We'll go over to the green room and see what's going on.
Okay.
Preston, what's happening, my guy? Oh, he's still muted. We'll see if he comes. He might come popping in. But good call, Wesley, all the way from Europe, letting us know that we got some people in the green room. You guys can always call in on the green room if you want.
As long as you're in the Discord.
Yeah, if you're in the Discord, you can. If you are somebody who...
What's a green room? Preston, you're there, Goofy.
But here's the thing. Like, moving forward, I did want to make this, like, sort of a public announcement type thing. And maybe I'll make a short about it or something and post it on YouTube. But, like... There are a lot of people out there that...
What's going on?
Oh, my God, there he is. Hold on a second. I'm going to finish this statement. There are a lot of people out there that have, like, extremely differing views on me, and they like to occasionally lambast me with, like, YouTube comments and stuff like that. I do have an email address. Feel free to go to the email address attached to my YouTube channel. Send me an email, and we can chat live about it on YouTube if you like. We can discuss our ideas and whatnot. But Preston is in the green room. Let's see what he's got today. What's going on, buddy? I was watching his Instagram short, one of his puffer fishes had a claw wedged in its mouth, stuck in the mouth, and he had to do
Like a pincer claw?
like a big long pincer claw, probably 1.5 inches long,
Oh, wow.
like stuck in the back of the puffer's throat, and was
Ooh.
holding a mouth open. It couldn't do anything about it. Big old puffer. I don't know if it was a Fahaka puffer. I think, but either way, he had to do surgery with pliers and like get the claw out of there.
Dang.
It was wild.
Yeah. That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I've only ever had to do that with an otto that was inside of an angelfish's mouth.
You got the otto out? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with angelfish? They're always just eating things.
I don't know. That one was not a nice guy.
No?
No.
No.
I ended up giving him away at some point. I was like, I can't handle this guy. He's too violent.
Oh, Preston left. He left the green room. I don't know what happened. We'll see if he comes back.
That's
But either way, so we'll have a new series of videos at some point if I ever get enough time to edit them and upload them. That will probably be the biggest issue surrounding my new fish room, which is going to need a whole build out. You guys don't know, but I know. I got to build all this stuff on the new fish room. So I'll be doing detailed videos on those because that's mine. So I can do that. It's my project. I can share with you what I want or not.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And then as we move forward with Alyssa's fish room, we'll figure out what she wants to film and not film with that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah? No?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah? No? Yeah? No?
Oh, you're just saying words.
Yeah? No? I don't know. But yeah, if you guys are wondering what Alyssa's YouTube channel is, she has some kind of freeform YouTube channel stuff that you guys could check it out. If you like, that's the link to her YouTube channel in case you want. So what would you do with your lovely weather weekend? I'm gonna lay back here. I realize I feel like I'm kind of dying today.
Oh, well, don't die.
I'm not sick. I'm just like, when you get like really.
When you're really just body exhausted. Yeah.
I got that vibe right now.
Like you got enough sleep, but your body's still exhausted from the exertion from before.
I didn't get enough sleep either.
Well, this weekend I went to the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society big auction.
Oh damn! You went to the GSAS, the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society, the big one, the big auction. Was it this weekend?
Yeah, it's on Saturday.
No one ever tells me. No one ever tells me this stuff.
Oh well.
No one ever tells me that the auction's going on. Aquatic Jack says, "Aren't you still building at the co-op?" Yes, I'm also building at the co-op. You go to aquariumcoop.com/YouTube/_/whatever, and Corey will share with you what he feels like sharing with you.
Yep.
It's his call, not mine.
He just builds all the time. He builds lots of things all the time, forever.
It's all the time, nonstop.
Yep. It's constant Legos with him. Only it's not Legos. It's actual pieces of lumber.
It's like
and
heavy stuff, dude. It's all heavy. I wish I could just build things out of Legos. That'd be radical.
Right.
You're like, dude, what'd you do today? Oh, I went to work. I built a
pirate ship.
Built a Millennium Falcon.
A whole
out of
pirate
Legos.
ship. It took all day.
I built a NASA spaceship. I forget who it was. There's a guy that stops by the co-op pretty often. I've talked to him a few times. Kind of I don't know, probably 10 years older than me or something like that,
Nice.
Nice guy. And his wife has no interest in fish, and she's made that, like, I don't know. And I'm like, all right. But I've talked to them a few times, and he stops by to check on what's going on with the store. He has like he has the perfect timing of when he stops by. It's like when I have the door open and I'm going in and out, like doing something. And like, hey man,
Oh
hey bud, what's going on? He stopped by and like kind of peeked around the corner the other day, and it's like, oh man, it's coming along pretty good. I'm like, yep. Well, stuff is happening. And actually, Corey was there the other day, helping me carry heavy stuff. And there was a co-op fan who was visiting from Nolans.
Oh yeah.
You ever been to Nolans?
No.
No? Mm-mm. You could go check it out.
I could.
It's a place.
I know.
Anyhow, I was
I
visiting
don't even need a passport to get
visiting
there.
from Nolens, right? And actually, he actually lucked out and got the one-on-one tour with Kobe himself. Koopy McCooperton was like, "Hey, bud," and then he was like, "Wait, where are you from?" And he was like, "I'm just visiting from New Orleans." It's like, well, why don't you come in here and look at Murphy's new tank? Like, all right.
Nice.
So he got the individual tour, man. Yeah, it was very cool. It was very cool. I mean, it's cool to meet people. I always think that's nice. That's nice to me.
Yeah.
You know.
I was allowed to peek in the door from one of my friends who works there.
You know what's weird? Is like over the years I've heard a lot of people with like weird criticisms of Corey. And I'm like, I don't really engage with them because it's like I just know it's not true. You know, you're just like, that's not even the case. But like I didn't bring up that story to talk about this at all, but because I told that story, it just kind of made me think like, oh yeah, I always see like weird people are like, it's just all about the money for him and blah 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 and this and that, and it's like, it's really not. Like, he was there, we accidentally ran into some guy who was like, oh wow, I just want to say I'm a big fan, and then he was like super nervous, and Corey was like, do you want a picture or anything like that? Like whatever, you know. He's like, and the guy was like, oh my god, yeah, you know. And you're like, okay, well, here you go, take a picture. And then he was like, oh hey, come check this out, like what we're working on, you know. And he's like, and the guy was like super appreciative, but it was like, it really took 10 minutes out of his day to like just show this one guy, like, you know. But that to me is like the example of like who that dude is, right? Where he's just like, I'm gonna go, oh, like, well, you know, I'm busy. We have like deadlines we gotta hit. Like we have timelines we gotta hit for the day, but we could take 10 minutes, you know, to be like, hey, we'll show the guy around real quick. Like he's gonna be flying back, you know, 3,000 miles away or whatever. It's like he's not gonna have another chance. So
right,
yeah, and I mean that's the dude I know who just like cares about the hobby and like cares about people in the hobby, and it was like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's weird, just like keyboard warrior weirdos like on the internet, you know, and I'm just like, maybe they just don't get it, or maybe they're just mad, maybe they're just whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, it happens. And I think people just like, they get an idea of what's going on in their head. Oh, thanks, Wesley. Wesley says the only person I want to meet is Alyssa. The rest is like, yeah, whatever.
It's a good point.
I mean, you know, if you came up, you can meet all of us probably.
Maybe.
Suspicious look.
I think the real question is like, is Alyssa gonna drive way up to come be on the live stream in the future? That's what we gotta. That's a hard-hitting question on whether it's even going to be possible enough. Obviously, like the frequency would probably have to be less.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll have to see like what the actual drive is like during the daytime or whatever, you know?
Right, and
because it's really not that bad. Like if you leave down, even way down at my house here, which is 20 minutes south, or maybe even.
It depends. It's like 25.
The crow's flying around, guys.
It's 25 minutes, or if people are doing shenanigans on the freeway, then it can be like 45 minutes.
That's true. there can be a bunch of wackadoodles just
doing shenanigans
wacky stuff on the freeway. Like I don't get it. Like there's a point where, oh my god! So yesterday we had to drive. Vicky and I had to drive over to the medical center, and we're driving along the freeway. And Vicky's like, somebody's just out for a walk on the freeway. Like, you know, it was like just some 20-something looking gal, and she's just walking on the shoulder of the freeway. Like, I'm just out for a walk. Like, not, oh, my car's broke down. Oh, I've got a gas can. Oh, I'm not supposed to. Like, just strolling. Like, what are you doing? Like one of these cars weighing 5,000 pounds moving at 70 miles an hour could just not really be paying attention.
Right.
And just end your day.
Yeah.
Well, end
your
the whole thing.
Yeah.
All the days. You know, like, I don't know. I think what I've noticed is I think people get too comfortable on the freeway, and they start spacing out. They're eating tacos. They're calling their grandma. They're watching Zoolander. You guys remember that Zoolander movie? I think there's a lot of people on the freeway watching classic Zoolander, right? We're gonna do some Zoolander stuff today.
Yeah. Gotta love them 20-year-old movies. It's the best.
It's a good one though.
I know.
It's timeless.
I do like it.
Orange
Plus
mocha
there's
frappuccino.
Plus like David Bowie's in it briefly.
It's hilarious that like orange mocha frappuccino is still a punchline and still a punchline.
Yeah.
Like legitimately. Mm-hmm. Just depending on like what time of year it is. Because otherwise it's pumpkin spice mochaccino frappa. What a Reno.
Pumpkin spice latte.
Pumpkin spiceccino areno. Bobino.
Yeah, pretty much.
Totino.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza crust. Oh my God, you remember those pizza rolls when we were kids? So
the ones that just burn out the inside of your mouth with lava?
Or they're frozen.
Yeah, if you did them wrong, then they were frozen.
Liquid
but if you did
fire.
them right, then they blister up the inside of your mouth.
Yeah, red hot magma.
Yeah.
Dude, and I swear, I don't remember a time in my life than being 16 years old, or 15, maybe 14. I don't know. Youthful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember a time of being so deep in anticipation as to waiting for the Totino's pizza rolls or whatever brand they were. I don't remember. I thought they were Totino's, but whatever. Those pizza rolls to cool off enough to not induce like life-threatening damage to the inside of your mouth.
I used to.
You could see the second hand just frozen in time, essentially, right, while sweat is coming across your brow.
Right.
And you just want to start biting at them with your face like some kind of crazed animal.
Right. So I used to nibble the seam off of one end so that the steam could escape a little bit faster.
Some kind of wacky science project.
So that I could start like nibble a little bit and then I could eat it.
Right.
Because otherwise it's like with oatmeal, you know? You cook the oatmeal and then you have the oatmeal and at first it's too hot and you have to wait and then it's the correct temperature and then like 3 bites in it's too cold and it's disgusting.
Right. There's a thing about bears. Right?
Yeah.
There's a bear thing.
Girl.
Something about bears and girls or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like a Friday night at the
Vibes,
club.
bro. Vibes
And
at the club. Bears and blonde girls. It's a weird club, bro. Weird club, bro.
But anyway, so I was at the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society club auction, the big club auction. It was pretty good. We had a lot of plants, a whole lot of like wood and stuff. I got 2 acrylic 10-gallon tanks. More wood than I've ever gotten before in my life, which don't clip that. Don't clip that.
What did you do?
I got more wood than I've ever gotten in my life.
Yeah, me too. That happened to me once.
Yeah. Which will be good when we set up my fish room because I will need all that wood for the fish to chew on.
Yeah.
And hang out in and everything. And what else did I get? I got some tiger lotus, dwarf tiger lotus, which is good because I think I've lost all mine. So I'm like, need some more. And then I picked up a bag of Süßwassertang, not because I wanted Süßwassertang, but because I saw it as it was coming in and there was a tiny fish in it. And I was like, I don't know what that fish is, but I want it. But it was in just like a little plastic like a Ziploc bag, and the fry didn't make it all the way home. So, but it turned out to be like it was some kind of a guppy or whatever, like a baby guppy.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen it grow up. It looked like it was going to be a male, so you could see colors and stuff, and so I was kind of excited. But oh well, Now I just have Süßwassertang. More of it.
Oh. More of it.
Yes.
Oh.
Which is fine.
Is
you
it?
know.
Is it though?
I like Süßwassertang. It's totally fine. I just put it in with my Snow Whites. It's all
Oh my
good.
God. I think we're being too entertaining today because people are not chatting questions and stuff.
Well,
you guys got to chat harder, okay?
That's true.
Shout out to chat. Go hard into the chat.
Go hard.
Yeah.
Bring it.
So you went to the GSAS big club auction, and I got to admit, the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society large auction that they do annually or semi-annually now. Is it biannually?
The general big club auction
Right.
is once a year, and then they have like a plant auction once a year.
Right.
So they technically do have 2 large auctions, but the general one is my favorite one because that's when there's a lot of fish and tanks and
lights and all sorts of stuff.
Yes.
I will admit that's the best auction I've ever been to. I've been to it a bunch of times. It's the best one by far that I've ever been to. It's large. It's in charge. There are a lot of tables of stuff. It's very organized. There's an MC doing the bidding. There's a lot of people like documenting what's going on, so it does move quickly.
Yeah.
Like people's bids are put in. You can run your credit card, so it's like way easier than a lot of places where they're like, well, we've totaled up the amount of cash that you owe is $82.13 or whatever, something crazy, right? And then they're like, we need cash, and you're like, what? Hold on, I gotta go find an ATM, right? And like people run off to go find ATMs and stuff. I've definitely been that before.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, what is going on here, dude? This is too much. But the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society one is very well organized. It's the best auction I've ever been to. And I would say I'm not saying it's worth it to fly out, but it might be worth it to fly out if you are somebody who's in charge of your club.
Yeah.
And in your area, it would be worth it to fly out and see how they do it at the very least. Just to see how organized it is and be like, oh, that's what we're trying to do. Okay, that's the goal.
Yeah, and I always volunteer to help with the auctions and stuff because otherwise I get like antsy. I'm like, I'm not doing anything helpful. I'm just sitting here and waiting.
You get ants in your pants?
Yeah, I don't like that too much. So I was doing the queuing, which is when the people with the stuff, the runners, they come up, and then I go, okay, that's all right. We'll put that in. Cool. That one's in. Cool.
Right.
The seller didn't register. That's not good. They have to go register and whatever. You know. And while I was doing that, I had several people come up to me and be like, man, this auction is run so smoothly. Everything is just like going. And, we're just, everything's running really well. And I'm like, we actually had like Zoom meetings beforehand to make sure everybody knew what they were going to do, what their roles were. And pretty organized.
Zoom meetings?
Yeah.
What is this, the pandemic?
I know. We're taking advantage of it.
Over.
Well,
is it still going?
Apparently, yes.
Oh my God.
I've got doctor's appointments this week, and I'm going to have to wear a mask. So yes.
That's right. Well, I mean, you have to wear a mask at medical facilities. I mean, you probably. Here's the thing. We all probably should have been wearing masks at medical facilities, like anyhow. Considering like the workers would normally wear them,
right?
You're like,
and then there's all those. There's always like somebody in the waiting room or whatever.
Well, it's like I always thought it was weird when I was a kid,
spreading tuberculosis.
I kind of grew up in the ER. Like I used to go there when I was a kid a lot. My mom was the head charge nurse in the ER, the ED now. To those of you millennials that don't know what an ER is, right? The emergency department. And I'm not saying that it was more lax, because it certainly wasn't. But the regulations weren't as robust as they are now, I guess is kind of the better way to put it. It's like they weren't lax. It was just like they were doing hospital stuff, and then I would like hang out in the employee break room or whatever because I was out sick or had broken my head open or was bleeding profusely out of whatever, and I had to hang out there so I wouldn't die, which is always good, right?
Yeah.
But I always thought it was weird when I was a kid that like the nurses and doctors and everything would, like they throw on a gown and a mask and then go in and do their thing, and then they'd leave the room, and then they're like, now we're good. But then everybody else was just like going in and out. It's like, well, that's grandma. She's visiting,
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know. It seems weird, but what do I know?
It seems weird now. At the time, it didn't seem weird because that was just what everybody did. But yeah, so our the auction was fully masked, and they did check to see if you were vaccinated too. And
The auction was fully masked? Everybody was all masked up there?
Yep, everybody was masked. And I think there was I don't know, maybe 150 people there. So yeah, we were all kind of close in, and we were just trying to keep everybody as safe as possible, and yeah, we just ran the whole thing. We were there for hours.
I don't know, man.
Nobody died.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if the mandate is done from air travel, it's like, what's the point at this point? You know what I mean? I'm just saying what I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
Like, they're not doing it on airplanes anymore, and all those airplanes are flying in and out all over the place. It's sort of like, all right, well, maybe we're done. I don't know, but all right. It's all good.
Yeah. I just...
Go with the flow, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's like when I went up north to go to plant nursery, and everybody was wearing masks in the plant nursery, I was like, all right, put it on, go on with my day. It just, I mean, I don't...
No, I don't think it's a big deal, but it like, seems weird to throw the mandate on there. Like, Check Discord chat, Joel. Perhaps something is configured differently today in YouTube for chat. What am I checking in Discord?
I don't know. There's been a lot of chat. Huh. Can't chat. YouTube won't let me.
Oh, let me see.
Oh. No, Alhana just fixed it.
Oh, it says subscribers only today?
Oh, does it?
Oh. Did I put it on subscribers only?
No.
Well, who cares? Subscribe then. You turds.
Well, you've been subscribers only every time. You have to be subscribed for at least 5 minutes. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. I don't know. Or just don't subscribe and, like, go do something else. I don't know. Let me see. I can change it to anyone. All right, here we go. We've turned on chat for everyone now. There you go. Let's see what comes in. I don't know. We could turn. I turned it off. There you go.
All the riffraff.
There you go. All the riffraff can come now. Which is crazy to think that Alana Suki was not subscribed to my YouTube channel, which says that she couldn't chat, even though she's a paying.
That's weird.
That is weird. She's probably. I think she's a patron. You got to be subscribed.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, you got to be subscribed. So I changed it now to. I turned off subscriber only mode. Now anyone can send a message. Yeah. So there you go. Now anyone can do it. Now it's wide open, and we'll probably end up getting some bots. Some bots will probably show up and be like, "Oh my God, guys, you should check out this kinky website with kinky weird stuff." And we'll be like, "I don't want to."
XXX girls, dudes, XX girls.
Yeah, we're just like, whatever, dude. But it's easy to like get around that. It's easy to get around that by putting the subscriber chat on. So I don't know. But the weird thing is like, I don't even think I had turned the subscriber chat on. I think I had set it to anyone. So who cares? I don't know. Who cares? Sorry. I normally have it on anyone can chat. Sometimes I turn it on member only. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Because there's only 79 of you, and you got to show up hard if you want the chat to even exist at all. You know.
That's true.
That's right.
Well,
frankly, there should be more, but there isn't. A bunch of people left anyhow. Look, 15 people just left.
Oh, nobody wanted to talk about the chat. They just wanted to talk about the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society general auction.
I mean, you know, the thing is that like that auction was quite good, and I would remind, you know, I would say, hey, peoples, go to that because you'll be like, oh, it could be this good, right?
Mm-hmm. It was pretty good. There was a lot of rainbow fish, mostly pseudomugils, but also others.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of bristle noses. Nah, I didn't bring any bristle noses. I just brought shrimp, and then I ran out of bags. Right. So I stopped bagging things after that. So I brought 12 bags full of shrimp. And that ended up actually completely covering, when those ones sold, it covered everything that I had paid for. So
that's not bad.
Yeah.
If you can go and buy a bunch of stuff and then come back with more money than you left with, that's a good deal, I think.
Yep. I earned $16.80 out of it.
Oh, my God. The riches are pouring in.
I am just filled with shrimp monies.
I can't imagine how wealthy you are at $16.80.
I know. Well, plus I have 2 acrylic 10-gallon tanks. More wood than I can shake a stick at.
Are you making yourself laugh?
I am making
at the driftwood jokes?
Because it's, yes, and the stick and...
Clip it and ship it, folks.
And then free buckets that came with the wood.
Free buskets.
Yep. And
welcome to the world of aquarium keeping.
I know, right?
The other
Plants.
day I realized
live food cultures.
You know, the other day I realized that I'm short on buckets. Like I've been throwing and giving away buckets for so long that I was like, oh, I need a bunch of buckets to like start moving my substrate and stuff like that.
And now you don't have any.
And I was like, oh, we're short on buckets. And then I went to go buy some buckets at the store, and I realized why it was so easy to give away buckets.
Because they're really cheap.
No, they don't have any at the store. They're sold out.
Oh.
Unless you want the Home Depot buckets, which I hate orange buckets so much.
They discolor
the stupid Homer bucket.
They make it hard to see what's in there.
The stupid orange Homer bucket. I have so much rage towards those buckets. They're made out of like the worst plastic too. It's like it's brittle. They break. They get sun warped if they sit out in the sun at all.
Oh,
they get all like, and then they get brittle because the sunshine has hit them, like as if they were designed for another planet other than the one that we live on, in which we need the sun in order to survive. And they're like, well, but this is a good thing that we made. Look at it. It lasts 5 minutes if the sun shines on it, which is just amazing, especially when you go to, you know, stick a paddle in there and mix up some mortar or something and the bucket explodes and it goes all over the place. And then you just feel like you're just done for the day, like, and it's only 9 a.m. and you're like, oh, we're not done. We got to get more buckets. But then you go to the store to buy some more buckets, and then there's no buckets. And you're like, I want to buy buckets. And they're like, we don't have any buckets, sir. So there's a supply chain issue. And you go, I don't even know about supply chain issues. I'm just some guy that needs a bucket to mix some mortar so I can finish the job so I can go home. Poop. Right?
And you just have a whole, then your brain exploded.
Yeah, and then everybody just needs a regular bucket. I wanted to buy just a regular old white bucket. They didn't have them. Yeah. And I was like, well, I'll do with a black bucket. They didn't have black bucket. And I was like, well, maybe I'll have a gray bucket. They didn't have a gray bucket either. I was like, dude, this is just bunk. So I went to the food supply store and bought bus tubs instead. So it's fine. At some point in time, I'll make a YouTube video about the bus tubs. Like it's some kind of hot pointer.
Okay.
Hot tip to everybody out there: if you're moving, go to the restaurant supply store and buy yourself a bunch of bus tubs, and then you can put your aquarium substrate in the bus tubs. We'll be like, oh my god, everybody! Hot tip. It's a 30-second video on YouTube. Boop 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 boop. Flashing lights. Boop 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 boop. Write the script so that it loops. Right. Have you noticed that with the TikTok sensation now is that you write the script so that the end of the 15-second or 10-second video runs into itself and then just can continue like looping so that people will watch it 16 times thinking that it's a new part.
Yep.
Like what? Oh, we're back at the beginning of the video now, but you've got multiple views, so cha-ching.
Right.
Cash in those views, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Isn't that fun? Isn't it fun living in this generation? It's good.
It's fun.
I mean, it is pretty fun. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I gotta get way far away. Try to make my neck look real meaty and fat like this.
But it's hidden by all this hair that you got.
So I can burp out super hard.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So Hanazuki says, "Oh, I saw a piece of driftwood that looks like a bear." So fun fact, when you're the person who's checking in all the wood and stuff that's going up, you can't name everything the exact same.
Wood.
Right. You can't just be like log 1, log 2, or well, I guess you could do 1, 2, or whatever, but you'd have to remember.
It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
So there was one somebody had put, it just looked like a straight piece of log, and they had put it on a slate, and it was just sticking straight up. And I was like, oh, well, that one. So I called that one a proud log. And there was one that kind of looked like 2 hands reaching up like this. And I was like, praise log. And I don't know. It was fun. I just had a fun time.
Did you have fun?
I did.
Well, you did have fun.
Yeah.
Well, that was cool.
It was a good time.
Was there any cool people there?
Yeah. Bentley was there and Dean was there and there's a lot of people there. All the regulars.
Yeah. Nobody invited me, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for inviting me to your party.
I suppose I could have.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks, you guys.
I could have, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it.
Any number of people could have invited me to your pizza party or whatever
There
it was.
was pizza.
Yeah, there was pizza.
They kept trying to give me pizza, but I can't have pizza. So
you can't have pizza? Why not?
Because the doctor says no.
Oh, no glutens?
Yeah.
No, you can't have the glutens now.
Can't have the gluten.
You can't have glutens
the
or
sauce.
caffeine.
Yeah. And I'm not going to sit there and pick the cheese off the top because that's weird.
Right. Man.
Yeah.
No glutens, no sauce.
Nope.
No caffeine.
Right.
You can't have coffee anymore.
Nope. I have herbal tea.
I'm so sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Silence. We'll just have to sit in silence for a minute.
We're just having a moment of silence for the coffee.
And the coffee. It's the big one, dude.
Yeah.
I could, if they said you can't have any more bread, I'd be like, God, that's a huge bummer. And if they said I couldn't have any more sauce, I'd be like, which sauce? Maybe not all of them.
It's specifically, most pizza sauces have a lot of sugar in them. And this is just like a Costco pizza, so we're pretty sure it had sugar, and I'm not going to go and track it down.
Yeah.
And I'm not allowed to have that. So, yeah. So it's the sugar I'm not allowed to have.
You mean the drug?
The sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a drug.
I guess.
In a way.
In a way.
It activates the cocaine part of your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pleasure center.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting over here just like the soberest person on the planet right now. It's really crazy.
Are you doing the limiting diet? Or are they just saying, like, cut all this crap out just to see what happens?
It's kind of keto.
But are they limiting things, like, as far as, like, because, like, on an allergy basis? Or are they just saying, like, just cut all this crap out?
No. It's keto, and then also no caffeine. And
what is the no caffeine thing? Is it blood pressure related or something?
It's
Vagal nerve?
inflammation related.
Oh, okay. That does make sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, come on, man. Let's get on the up and up here, Doc. Let's go.
I got an appointment tomorrow. We see if we can fix things.
Awesome. Are they gonna borrow some blood and like look at it under a microscope like a bunch of creeps?
They've already done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always doing creepy stuff like that, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like they're all like, "Can we have a sample?" And you're like, "Oh God, what are you, a freak?" And they're like, "No, I'm a doctor." And you're like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's all right then."
Have all of my fluids.
Have some fluids. Have some fluids, good sir. Yes.
Chunks of organs and stuff too. It's fine. Just that's cool. Just cut it all out. Let's see. I don't think we have a Menards out here.
We can change the subject.
Yeah, let's not talk about all my medical issues.
I wasn't talking about all your medical issues. I was just talking about your dietary concerns. In which you had brought up previously.
I know.
Then brought up again, and I was just like, hey, I'm going to try to ask in a friendly way of like, what are they doing? Are they doing an elimination thing? Or did they just say like, don't do all this stuff? And, you know, whatever. It's all good. If you don't want to talk about it, we're all good.
Yeah, I've been.
Or did they just? I guess my question is like, did they just restrict a bunch of stuff, and then they're like, let's go from there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah,
and then
they
made me stop doing caffeine later on when they found out that I was still like super inflamed.
Hey, whoa.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
On the caffeine.
They're like, I don't know. It's like how much caffeine you're having, and I'm like 3 cups of coffee, and they're like, that's not that much, so just have none. And I'm like, all right.
It's so funny to think like 3 cups of coffee, that's not that much.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're doing good. You're
it
like,
should be fine, but you're still having this problem.
Where does that number get weird for them? They're all like 9. Well,
7.
I want to bump that down to a 7.
Right.
Maybe a 6. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's like when people talk about alcohol consumption, and they're like, well, at what point is it a problem? And yeah, I think it's hard to really gauge. They're like, do you drink alcohol? And
no, they have a number.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm saying that like they have like a milligram of caffeine number that they're like, oh, you've gone over whatever milligrams, whatever the hell it is. They have a number in their head that's like, oh, you've gone over the milligram number that we know.
Right.
You need to have less than, I don't know what it, I have no clue what the number is, but they have a thing.
If your average cup of dark roast coffee has 100 milligrams of caffeine, and I was having 3 of those, so then I would have had 300 milligrams of caffeine every day.
So that's not too much for them.
Yeah, I don't think
number's
so.
fine.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Wonder what it is.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna look it up because who cares?
Yeah.
No one cares. Menards and Myers usually have some smaller buckets. We have Menards out here. Myers, you got to drive really far.
We got Menards out here?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah. Menards and McClendon's.
McClendon's I see. I think I would lose my mind if I saw Menards. I'd be like, oh my God, save big money at Menards. And then
you can't. It's not. It's the same.
Well, I would still say it.
They all share their prices with each other because of the internet.
Yeah, I would still say it. I grew up with Menards. That's where my dad goes.
They got the NASCAR, man.
Really?
NASCAR.
Okay.
Who drove the Menards car? Kyle Busch? I don't know. One of those little young-looking guys. Yep, it's fine for them. They're not doing it. 400 milligrams. Oh, Aquatic Jack says 400 milligrams is their number.
Oh. And I was still under. But, okay.
Aquatic Jack says, I leave a week at a time and don't do a thing. The fish are always fine when I come back. I'm going on vacation for a week from DK Law. What are your thoughts on those dissolving feeders? I certainly wouldn't do the dissolving feed block because they just eat it as fast as, I was going to say humanly possible, but it's
as fast as
officially possible.
Yeah.
They just eat it. They just sit there and eat it until it's gone. So they're basically going to eat a lot for a day or two and then
poop all over the tank.
Poop all over the tank and have nothing to eat for the next 5 days or however long you're gone.
Right.
But a week-long break with your fish not really eating shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Right.
Only like large predatorial type fish, you should be concerned-ish. Although, it wouldn't be that weird for, like, for instance, say a big puffer to go a week without eating, especially in the wild. Like, there's no guarantee they're going to find food. They can adjust to it. A big part of their metabolism will slow down with lack of food. Once food kind of becomes scarce, they sort of will start to adapt and slow down their metabolism and whatnot. The one issue with, like, taking that long between feeding is to not overfeed when you get back.
Yeah.
So when you get back, you just go slow to get back to your regular feeding schedule, whatever that is. Don't just jump right into it like, oh, here's a bunch of food. So, yeah, that's, like, really the only thing I would take into consideration, you know?
Yeah. I did that a lot when I was moving from the apartment to the house, and we just did it over the course of a couple of months. And so the fish at the apartment ended up getting neglected a lot, and I would occasionally feed them, but not very frequently. And they did really well with no food. Barely any water change.
If you have, like, a Planet Aquarium, there's more food in there than just the food you're adding to the tank.
Right.
And a lot of times they'll start to hunt for the harder to find food. You know, Infusoria and little protozoa and all sorts of weird little stuff that they can find to eat. They'll go eat it because they're, like, motivated to go do it.
Your bristlenoses will go and eat up your sword plants. It's fine.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so
that's what they're there for. Living lettuce.
Yeah, I mean that's the reality. Oh my God, guys, you know what time it is?
It's like, guys.
What's that?
What?
Do you know what time it is?
Become a member
sneezed.
today.
What's that?
What?
What'd you say?
I said, become a member today.
I don't know if you said it loud enough. I couldn't hear you.
I don't know if I can.
Become a YouTube member today. Yeah, you got to become a YouTube member today, right, dude? Do it double.
Do it twice.
Do it twice.
Make 2 accounts.
Go start another account. Become a YouTube member today.
Right.
Or hit the like button. It's free.
Yeah. Or hit the like button. We like that.
Or go buy all your weird stuff through our Amazon link. You could do that too. Somebody did that the other day. Thank you, whoever it was.
Nice.
I mean, it wasn't just one person, but people have been doing that. So please keep doing that because it helps essentially buy stuff for the fish room.
Yeah.
Our commissions total this month, $26. Oh, my God. We're at a blinding pace, you guys. I don't know how we're going to match
That's rad.
these sales.
That is super rad.
Is it?
It is. I don't know, $26. It's better than the 16 I made from my shrimp.
It's better than $0, I'll tell you that. So we'll be able to buy a couple things for the new fish room to try out, which is generally what I do with the Amazon money. Is I'll take a flyer on something that's like, this is kind of suspicious product, but let's check it out, and I'll get it and then be like, wow, this is janky. I'm not making a video about this. What's our funniest thing? What is our funniest thing off of the list here? Oh, we got to extend the list. It's longer than that many items.
Ooh.
Hold on, we'll refresh and go down to the bottom. Oh my God, somebody bought women's swim shorts. Nice.
Gotta go swimming.
Color enhancing tropical fish flakes. See, that's just normal. Hose bib stuff, that's normal. A grow light, that's normal. Smart plugs, that's normal. Tweezers. Advanced skin and odor eliminating Nature's Miracle. Oh, I think that's just lotion. That's pretty normal. Yeah, nothing too suspicious in our list today. Alana Suki was asking last week, and I was like, oh, we had some more sales, so let's see if there's anything dildo related in here.
Sometimes
there are,
yeah.
Some people got to go strong, and they're going strong to the Amazon links there, and they're buying stuff.
Yep. Looks like Freshwater Theology is here. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing?
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to collect Daphnia in nature? Any tips? Anytime I buy it from Aquabid, it comes in dead. No, I've never tried to. I've never tried to catch Daphnia in nature because I've never really had to. I've always known somebody that has the Daphnia culture whenever I was doing that. I haven't kept Daphnia in like a million years. Feels like. I don't think I've kept Daphnia since I moved down here, so at least 5 years. So I've never tried to catch them. I would almost guarantee if you order off of an online retailer, they're going to come in dead. I can't remember. Can you buy... Is there like a dry Daphnia culture? I think there is. Dried...
But like Daphnia eggs?
Daphnia eggs. I thought there was a way that you could get them in dry.
I don't know.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. We can't go on eBay. We don't trust eBay, guys. We're going to see if we can't find this on Amazon.
I don't know. I'd be afraid that it would be like those plant seeds that you get from China, and it's just like chia seeds or grass seeds.
I thought you could get a culture online that's not like a wet bag of them being alive. I could be wrong. I could be like totally wrong on this, but I thought there was a way to do that. Let me see here.
Wasn't the old wisdom that the way to get Daphnia is to set up some sort of like a tank outside with old water, and then you get grass clippings and you drop it in there, and then you let it sit and turn into green water, and then Daphnia will just appear?
Yeah, well, they will generally just appear. Like the way I've done it in the past, like I just set a big tote of green water outside and then get a cup of it from somebody that has them alive. I used to get them from Mark. Mark always had them. But I know that there's a way to get them dry, and I think this is it right here. I got a link. It's $10. We could take a flyer on it. If you want to wait for me to move and then try this out, it'll be a couple months before I could try it out for you. But if you feel like... Oh, by the way, going through our Amazon link gives us an affiliate commission, so blah, blah, blah. The Federal Trade Commission says I got to tell you that, and then you know that I said the thing. Yeah. So either not use our Amazon links or know that we will make 2 cents or whatever the heck it is off of that. But as far as I remember, there is a way to get something that has the dry Daphnia culture. And, like I said, I'm not giving you a 100% guarantee on anything here, but as far as I know, you can get them dry, and as long as you have like the green water outside, you can put the dry thing in there, and then they'll show up within a reasonable amount of time, a couple days or something like that. Now, like I said, could be 100% wrong here, so just take that with a grain of salt. But I've never seen anyone get Daphnia in water in the mail and have them be alive, because I know that Sean kept trying to get them off of eBay and stuff like that, and it never worked back then. But that was also like 12 years ago or something now, so who knows? Could be different now. I don't know.
And for me, like I never trusted that you could just put grass clippings in some water and then have it turn into green water, and then suddenly Daphnia would just appear. I've never trusted that would actually work. Right. But now that I have a couple of 10-gallon acrylic tanks, I'm like, maybe I should try that.
It's worth it. It's worth a jank. It's worth a try. Last time we tried to do that was with like a 300-gallon tote, like one of those big 300-gallon totes. Cut the lid off of it and just let the water get super green, and
Was it green?
Super green. Corbin Dallas. Super green. But yeah, I mean, you know, I just wouldn't order it. You know, they're always just going to come in dead. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, aquatic jack.
Yeah.
I think that's how they're supposed to get into the tank. I've never had a yard before this last year, so maybe this year I'll be able to actually do that. I did try when I had a porch attached to an apartment, but it was too shaded. It only got like a little bit of northern light, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the green water culture couldn't sustain. Yeah, like there was just nowhere for me to put.
One of the big issues is like once you get the Daphnia in there, they start to consume everything, and the green water goes away. Mm-hmm. Then it turns kind of tea colored. It's like a light tea color, and by that point, you need to start worrying about feeding them. Once the water becomes clear like that, that means their colony is consuming everything in there, and the colony will kill itself. So you need to start feeding them, or like heavily extracting them, plus adding a little bit of food to keep the colony going. And it is like a balancing act of rage-inducing like failure. You know what I mean? Like it's really easy to just like, oh, they all died again. Great, now they're gone. Okay.
Would they eat that spirulina algae powder stuff?
Yeah, that and the rapashi.
Okay.
Like you throw the rapashi in there, but you just like make the rapashi into the gel. Mm-hmm. And then just add some hot water to it to like mix it up and turn it back into like just liquid form, and then just dump that in there.
Interesting.
And generally that will like help keep them fed enough. But the problem with the Daphnia is that like they reproduce so fast that they break down everything in the water.
Yeah.
So then they run out of food. Then they die.
They're not like vinegar eels.
Once they like super die off, they all start to decompose, and then the water starts to turn green again. And hopefully there's
enough
a couple of them left
to
start to repopulate again. But, you know, I've personally seen it. Like, I've personally seen it in a few friends of mine's outside containers where, like, there's just no Daphnia left. They don't come back. And you're like, oh, they all died. Like,
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, so which is a bummer, especially if you've, like, put in the time to, like, trying to get them to go, you know.
Yeah, I do have a big container of the spirulina algae powder. I got it in my head that I was gonna try to raise brine shrimp.
Right.
I haven't quite set that up yet, but it's sitting there. It's ready. It's ready to go.
Right. Well, I think like with the new fish room, I think in my plans of what I'm gonna build there is going to have a brine shrimp hatchery station built into it at my new house.
Nice.
Because I'm definitely going to be making significant changes to what my fish room is going to be like at the new house as compared to what it is right now. So we'll see, you know, but that's kind of my plan, is to have stuff like that significantly like built in and just like can't be messed with.
Yeah. I've recently realized that for my house, for my house with my basement, it's not warm enough in there, even if I put like a light on it. So I've started putting the container like inside of a tank.
Oh.
Yeah, and that'll actually get like a 90% hatch rate within 24 hours.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, it's warm? Nice.
Yeah.
Let's all be alive now. And I'm like, yes, you will all be alive now, and then you will all be food.
Yes. Then you shall be consumed.
Yes. It's great. It's great to be a brine shrimp.
At times.
It's for 24 hours.
For a period of time. Yeah.
But it works. It's pretty good.
Let's see. What was Alana? I've only ever bought Daphnia from stores. Never had a huge mortality when being shipped unless it's really warm. They do have hitchhikers, though. diving beetles and fish lice are common. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I've you know, I always got mine when I was doing them to, from somebody that had them, so it never really was like a barrier. But like I said, I know Sean was like trying to order them and always just getting gross smelling dead bags in the mail, kind of thing. But yeah, could be hot, could be cold, could be any number of things happening.
Right.
Aquatic Morning Show, got them from eBay last summer and it worked. Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
I used to collect random live food from pond plant sales tanks where I worked, most astrocods though, so only really worth it for nano fish. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. Like, if you have access to working at a pond supply place or even an aquarium place, like, you're definitely going to have access to a lot of things that you probably wouldn't as just a normal consumer person. So if you could get a side job working at an aquarium store, or even just like a good job doing that, it could be valuable for you. But I know a lot of people that that have worked in stores like that, like, they end up with the collectoritis problem of they've got way too many tanks at home, they've got way too many tanks at work, and they just get like wildly burnt out.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah. Aquatic Jack latest project is trying to breed neons. I have eggs, but having trouble keeping the fry alive longer than a few days. Yeah, that is pretty much everybody's problems with breeding neons. It's incredibly difficult to get them from fry into little fishies, right? That seems to be the impediment with everybody, because
do they need like paramecium cultures and stuff?
Yeah, you need a bunch of weird cultures to try and get them through their phases. And, like, I think as we all know, neons sell so well. Like, there would be no reason not to breed them, right? Because you could sell them like crazy. And guess what? No one's really breeding them because there are those hard points where you're like, oh, crap. Like, a good example would be with like bamboo shrimp, because they have to go freshwater to saltwater to freshwater, or to brackish then to fresh, and it's like, this is too many steps for somebody to breed these without nature doing it for them,
Right.
So it's a good example right there of like running into problems. Well, no, that doesn't happen. Totally never take home random fish I know nothing about when asking Alyssa in Discord what they are. That doesn't happen. Of course that happens. It happens 100% of every week that ever goes by. Somebody gets a fish and, hey, what the hell is this? I got a fish. I got an extra fish, guys. What's going on here?
It's okay. I'm happy to help.
Yeah.
Totally. I know it's not you doing it, though. But for other people who might. Oh, dear.
What's my rank here on Discord? Let's see. Hold on. What's my rank? Oh my god, I'm only ranked number 2 on my own Discord. I gotta level up. Looks like I gotta level up. Well, I don't even know how to type anymore.
Typing is hard, man.
When you're live?
Yeah, when you're live and you're trying to think about something and do something else at the same time. Yeah, it's difficult.
That's the weird thing about it.
I always wanted to breed green neon tetras.
Oh, this news politics meme here was pretty good. Elon Musk is trying to buy the conversation. Peter Thiel is trying to buy a dictatorship. Jeff Bezos is trying to buy the marketplace. Mark Zuckerberg is trying to buy our minds. Taxing the rich isn't just about helping the poor, it's about stopping them from owning everything. Which, like, I've talked about this on numerous occasions. Like, we know what happens with capitalism in the United States and when the oligarchs run wild. Like, we already know. It's happened. 100 years ago it happened. Yeah. So let's not do that. Hey, all you fellow poor people, could you please vote? Just go vote. Can you just go vote, please? Please vote. Like, come on. Please. I know it's hard to vote in Alabama. I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult in other states. Just can you please just go do it? I don't know. I mean, I see so many young people, and when I say young, I mean 50 and below.
Yeah.
That are just so discouraged, and they just think that nothing will ever happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but people that are like, "Why would I vote? Nothing ever changes."
Right.
And you're like,
I've been hearing that
yeah,
for 30 years.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
There's still 100 million people that wouldn't even vote in the presidential election in the United States.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're like, please, just vote the thing, you know? In Washington State today, I don't vote, but there's an election today, not in my county. So, I did get the notification for it.
Yeah, so did I. But I didn't get any voter pamphlet or anything like that.
Our county is not, we're not doing anything.
Well, I'm in a different county. I'm not sure which county it's supposed to be in.
It's not us. Only 760,000 voters are voting, right? Which would not include King or Pierce County. King and Pierce County have more than that in each of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Special elections. Special elections, my guy. But that, yeah, it was just like, that's got to be, yeah. Aquatic Jack says, what's the next big fish show coming to our area? I don't know what is our area. But I don't know.
Next big fish show?
I don't know.
Fish show?
I have no clue. No idea.
Yeah, I have no. If you're talking about like where we live up here in the Pacific Northwest, I
don't think there's anything.
The only thing that I know of is the Fishtoberfest, and that would be in October.
Is that here?
And that's in Portland.
Oh.
So it's driving distance for most people.
Isn't Fishtoberfest thing, like, isn't that just Portland Aquarium Society doing a thing?
It's Portland Aquarium Society putting on a fish convention. They had their first one last year,
right.
So I assume that...
And I didn't get invited to that either.
I assume that as...
What's the deal? What's going on here, Portland? Come on.
I assume that as it becomes more popular, that it will grow and be more interesting and bigger. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of people there. I popped down there quick for a day, and that was it. So, yeah.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. I watched like one or two presentations, and then I talked to people in the convention area, and then I realized that it was wrapping up because I was there on the last day, near the end of the hour or the end of the day, and I went home. No
pyrotechnics. Was there pyrotechnics?
I did not see any pyrotechnics whatsoever. Oh, nothing exploded.
How big could the show be?
It was not some huge thing. It didn't take up a whole convention center. It took up like a couple of rooms in a couple of meeting conference rooms in some hotel. Mm-hmm. I don't remember which one offhand.
Right.
Anyway, it was pretty good for a first time and for a first inaugural event. Oof.
Yeah, Aquatic Jack, I know I was invited to the Fishtober thing, but I was invited like a week before it happened.
Right.
By asking if I was going to go. And it's like, I can't go. What? My schedule is scheduled out. Like, I need more notice than it's this weekend.
Yeah. So it's in October.
It's it's all good. I'll try to attend some things. My plans this year are tentatively I want to try to go to Vivarium in the Netherlands. I want to try to go to that. Tentatively. I'm not sure because I talked with Johan the other day, and it sounds like he's up for it. I talked with Wesley about it quite a while ago. I think he just wanted to know if I was coming or not. And then, and it looks like it should happen this year no matter what. So we'll, hopefully I can try to go to that. I don't know. We lost a lot of money in that first house deal. So I don't know if I can fund it. I don't know if I can make it happen. That's a lot of money I got to make up for now over the next. $25,000 is just a bucket load of. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
I know there's a lot of people
money
out
to
there.
me.
There are people out there that are like, whatever, it's not a big deal. It's a lot to me.
It would be a lot.
I've had a low grade migraine for ever since that happened. It hasn't gone away yet.
If I was going to a convention this year, the one that I would be the most excited for would be CatCon, which is in Washington, D.C.
Right.
And it's, I think, the first weekend in October. It's like October 7th and 8th or something like that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that happen. We'll find out.
Right.
It's a long ways, and it'll be very difficult for me to try to figure out if I can bring anything, if I can buy anything, and how would I get it home? How would I get things there?
It's a good point.
Yeah. We'd have to fly with fish again. I've done it before. I'll bring my own bags.
So yeah, I mean that's the one that I'm gonna try to go to this year. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but we'll see.
Yeah,
it's kind of a we'll see situation. If I can go to that, I don't have any plans on going to any of the American conventions. If it becomes some kind of requirement for me to go, like I'll probably go to one of those. But for right now, like I already kind of know what they have to offer. So there's not really like a big reason for me to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I wanted to try to go to the Triple Crown thing, whatever that's called.
Well, I don't know. They call it Triple Crown.
Triple Crown fish thing or whatever, but
I know Bentley's going.
The thing was like I was kind of thinking about it, and I was like, there's not really anybody I want to meet, right? Gonna be at it that I know of. There wasn't really like anything I want to see in Lexington. Is it in Lexington or Louisville?
I think it's Louisville.
There's nothing I really want to see in Louisville. I've been there. I don't know, a bunch of buildings and freeways and stuff. I don't know. It's pretty boring. And like, I don't think I'm going there to like buy a bunch of fish and stuff. So it's kind of like, well, why am I going? I don't know. I don't really know why I would be going. And maybe there'd be like some fans or something like that would want to go see, I guess. I don't know. But I do want to try to go back to Peru again this year, if possible. I don't know. I don't know if we're planning on trying to go or not go or whatever. So we'll see that. And then, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Freshwater Ichthyology says CatCon and other U.S. catfish conventions look pretty interesting. Or CatCon and the other U.S. catfish convention, which is called Cataclysm, just so you know. And they run on opposite years. And she might go to the L number days in Germany next year. Not sure if you can bring anything back. I don't know, man. That is a you thing. I don't know about import, export, how, because if you guys, with the Brexit, and you're not in the European Union anymore, and so I don't know how that would work. You would have to talk to...
To what? What are you talking about?
Freshwater Ichthyology is in the UK.
I know.
She wants to go to the German L number days in Germany, which is their catfish thing, and she's not sure if she can bring anything back. And I don't know if she's not, if the UK isn't in the EU anymore. I don't know what the import export thing's like anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if you can bring anything back. Nobody knows what that is. But I would definitely go to the one in Germany, because if you're in the UK, it's like a 45-minute flight. Like, who cares? That's like nothing.
Right.
You go get on it, go to Germany. That's what I was going to say. Like, you're jealous of the States? Like, Don't be. I would tell you, I've been to both, and don't be. If you're in the UK, you have like really short flights, cheap flights too. I remember I was talking with George Farmer because we met up with him somewhere, and he was like, "Yeah, I wasn't planning on coming to this, but then I found out that like you and Corey were here, so I wanted to come hang out with you guys." And he was like, "So I bought a ticket like last minute." And I was like, "Oh dang, how much was it?" And he was like, "I don't know, like 50 quid." And I was like, racking my brain to go like, "What's a quid?" First off, like a squid or a quid? Oh, a quid. Okay, like 50 pounds. Okay, and then so I'm like trying to do the math in my head. Like I was like $70. What? Like last minute flight that was an hour. Like he just ran down to the airport basically because he's always running everywhere on foot. I guess they don't have Uber in the UK. They just do jogging instead.
Huh. You gotta keep fit.
Yeah. How do you pronounce the capital of Kentucky? Louisville is how you say it in Kentucky.
Yeah.
They say Louisville.
Louisville.
It's not Louisville. It's Louisville is how they say it. They put a bunch of food in your mouth and then say the words.
There's like an extra L in there. And
yeah. Do U.S. conventions often have many lectures? Like ours are taxa specific, but cover topics like phylogenetics, breeding, and wild habitats. There are a lot of speaking at bigger-ish convention type stuff. And it's been very disjointed for a while. And I think that like, if you wanted to see speaking events, I think probably, what's the disco dancing, fish convention thing? Aquashella would probably be your best bet for some of that. But I would bear in mind that like a lot of the speaking time is occupied by YouTubers. A lot of the time slots are occupied by YouTubers.
Oh.
At
Aquashella.
Yeah. So that's a problem. And I not to pump up Corey from the co-op because I already talked about him earlier, but one of the things that I really like about his member program is that he's had speaking events from actual fish people, doctorates and stuff, come do all those speaking events, which I would say is worth the sign up. I think it's like $3 or $5 a month or something. It's worth the sign up to like watch all of those. And then cancel after if you want or whatever. But, because I remember like Corey and I were talking about that probably like 3-4 years ago that like you got to figure out a way to make these speaking events accessible to people around the world because most people can't afford to fly around because they like fish, right?
Yeah.
And go like see somebody speak like Gary Lang, right? And a lot of the people that are in that field are not technologically savvy, I guess is the way to put it. I mean, if you're talking about somebody who hasn't spent a lot of their time like making video content or whatever, right? Like they're just not set up to be like, well, here's my YouTube channel, right? Mm-hmm. We end up seeing a lot of hacks on YouTube like that one guy that says he's a doctor, but we can't seem to identify that he actually is a doctor.
Right.
He's like Dr. Shivago or whatever, like Dr. Acula. We see a lot of that happening. And so we were talking about it, like how do you make that accessible to people without like attempting to like have them make their own YouTube channel or whatever. And I think him and Zenzo have done a really good job of putting together some of those speaking events that that you wouldn't be able to attend. Right. The Greater Seattle Aquarium Society is a good place that you could become a member. I don't know if you can regionally, like if you're outside the area, you can't become a member.
Nope. I've asked. I've asked a couple times.
Which is a bummer.
Yeah, because there's people
it's only going to lend itself to piracy. That's really what's going to happen is somebody's going to sign up, download all of their speaking events, and put them out on Pirate Bay or something. And you could have just gotten a membership fee from people that want to see the speaking events. So,
right.
I don't have anything to do with that club, but if I was there, I would be like, look, you guys are ruining your revenue stream here, and lending yourself to piracy. You know, you're putting yourself in a position where people are going to steal this and give it out to other people, which I'm not saying anything about the fish community here necessarily, but I've seen a lot of piracy in the fish community over the last 20 years via the internet.
It's almost like fish in water.
Yeah.
Pirates like boats, and boats are also on water.
Water boats and yeah. So yeah, I think those are probably two spots. I mean, I guess if you're local, you could see the Greater Seattle speaking calendar, because they've flown in a lot of people to come speak, and they've recorded it and have it up there. But you know, my opinion there is that they should open that up to people being able to see those through membership. You know. But I guess not. I don't know. I guess they don't want to.
I talked to them about it, and they said it was something about the speakers themselves and the agreements that they have with the speakers. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm not on the board or anything like that. But
I'm literally just talking from the outside. Like,
yeah.
I just think it's stupid to do it the way they're doing it. That's all. It's just an opinion.
Yeah. Everybody. It's fine. I understand. But the other thing is that if you have a local fish club, you should support your local fish club, because you know, maybe your local fish club could become a fish club like the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society does, and do a similar thing locally for you.
That's the thing. Like, I talked about it earlier. We can't even get people to vote, right?
That's true.
You know, so I mean, I'm just trying to spitball some ideas here of like what could be done or how you guys could access some information that you're trying to find. Mm-hmm. I think that people should have robust fish clubs for sure.
Yeah.
And you know, I've talked about this on numerous times when people are like, "How do I start a fish club? How do I do it?" And I'm like, "Go make a Facebook page. I start inviting people to it. Just go do that." Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, I don't really want to do that." You're like, "Okay, well, where else to start?"
Yeah.
I just go outside and start screaming into the air, I guess. I don't know. You can scream into the void and try to get people to show up and be organized or whatever by shouting outside. But
fish clubs start by a few people getting together and talking about their fish tanks.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. Oh, Kiwi Mamo's got to go.
See you later, Kiwi Mamo.
So far, it seems hand luggage fine, no questions asked, but not sure if it's worth the risk. Whenever traveling on an airplane, always declare what you have. Always declare what you have. Do not try to get away with it. Don't do it.
Right.
Do not do that. Be like, I've got these fish. I've got these shrimp. I want to take them on the fly. It's clearly
labeled.
I want to go.
Label the bags
and
with their scientific names.
Show up early, and hopefully it can work out. Mm-hmm. You've got the scientific names. Hopefully they have a person there that can identify that what you're bringing in isn't invasive or on a list that says no. But always declare it, because you do not want to pay the consequences of not.
Right. Or your fish would have to pay that consequence.
The consequences of trying to be that sneaky sneak on the airplanes and airplane travel is not worth the risk of admission. Don't do it. Right. Always declare what you have. You know, it is what it is.
Yep.
You know, they might think you're a terrorist or whatever, so don't be playing. Don't be playing silly games.
In the U.S., they dust your fingers for bomb making stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I was at the Aquatic Gardeners Association and was talking with a couple of the people that are responsible for having brought in a couple of new species to the States.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the gals I was talking to was like, "Yeah, I just hid it in my stuff." Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, You're literally bringing in soil samples, right? Hidden in your stuff. Like, I mean, like you're playing with fire, and then you're going to play the victim after the fact. Like, I'm just bringing these plants. It's fine, right? And, I mean, you play stupid games and you win stupid prizes, and, so I just would 100% emphatically say, like, don't try to sneak the stuff in. You gotta play by the rules, man, and just declare it. Because I've yet to see a species that we have brought back from overseas that they were like, nah, this can't come in, So, yeah, don't be a weirdo.
Yeah.
But we are at that point today where we have to say, become a YouTube member. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Nobody wanted to join today, and nobody super chatted, but everybody hit the like button, I guess. I don't know.
But wait, what if we ask like this? Become a YouTube member today.
No, we don't barbershop. Get out of here.
Aw.
We don't barbershop. It's against the rules. Barbershop quartet is outlawed, dude. It's outlawed.
What if it's a barbershop singlet?
Outlawed.
Darn.
We don't do-wop.
Do-wop, do-wop.
Oh, my God. Banhammer coming up. Anyhow, I want to thank Alyssa for coming on today. We talked about some stuff. I think we made her uncomfortable at least 3 times, which is good. Solid. Got to make Alyssa uncomfortable. Otherwise, this show is not successful, right? And we all got to be successful. Gearing up to move. Probably be back Friday and Monday, I think. And that might be it. That might be it for the old live stream for
A little bit.
probably 30 months, 40 months, I'm going to be guessing.
That's a long time.
If I had to ballpark it, If I had to ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to figure out some workarounds for live streaming or whatever. But you know what it is. You know what it is. It is what it is. All right. Thanks, guys. We got to go.